with another daily reminder for you. Um, I'm getting used to this new system and it's really exciting, actually, very promising. Well, anyway, today's daily reminder is crush your enemies or nah. I think that's one of the funniest advancements of communication is the phrase nah. It cracks me up every time I hear it because it's not simply no or nope or it's like this unequivocal this ain't happening. Nah. So anyway, I'm gonna say in this case, nah, because do we want to live in a world where we have to crush our enemies? Now, really the lesson here is really do what works for you, what works for your lifestyle, what works for the life that you desire. I was speaking with someone earlier today, and they recommended, and I had read it years ago, and I think I maybe even read the summary years ago, but I read the summary of 48 Laws of Power. What was it Green? I think I can't remember the guy's name, but anyway, they recommended 48 Laws of Power, and they're saying, this is the thing that most successful people do, et cetera, et cetera. And, you know, I think everyone likes to think that there is one way to do a thing when that's not the case. There tends to be certain things that people will do. As they say, success leaves clues, but you also have to choose what works for you and what you want for yourself. I'm going to read a summary from the 48 Laws of Power, to kind of talk about what I thought was really interesting. So, law number 15 is crush your enemy totally. And I'm going to quickly just kind of skim through it. All great leaders since Moses have known that the feared enemy must be crushed completely. If one ember of light is left alight, no matter how dimly it smolders, a fire will eventually break out. More is lost through stopping halfway than through total annihilation. The enemy will recover and want revenge. Crush him not only in body, but in spirit. The idea is simple. Your enemies wish you ill. There is nothing they want more than eliminate you. The solution: have no mercy. Crush your enemies as totally as they would crush you. Ultimately, the only peace and security you can hope for from your enemies is their disappearance. Good God. I'm going to continue on. Allow your enemy no options. In your struggle for power, you will stir up rivalries and create enemies. There will be people who you cannot win over, who will remain your enemies no matter what. If you let them stick around, they will seek revenge, and certainly as the night follows day, to wait for them to show their cards is just silly. By then it will be too late. Wow. Good grief. So I got to tell you, that is pretty crazy. Yeah, Naima says, woo. Yeah, woo is right. I think about that mentality, and I believe it comes from a zero sum belief. And what zero sum means for the most part is that if I win, you have to lose. If you win, I have to lose. There's no way for there to create a win-win scenario. There has to be someone who loses as a result of someone else winning. If someone gains, there has to be a loss. If someone wins, someone has to lose. And that zero sum thinking comes from, drum roll please, a lack mentality. It comes from the belief in a finite universe. It comes from the belief in that there's not enough. There's only so much to go around. So if there's only so much to go around, then that means if someone has more of a thing, then I'm going to have less. That means that if someone wins, I have to lose. And that, my friends, is what creates that thing we call crime. That's what creates stealing. That's what creates fighting. That's what creates wars, is the belief in zero sum. We can't exist together. You can't win, and also I win. What a way to live life. That sounds like it sucks. But it comes from a belief in lack. It comes from a belief in finite, in a finite universe. Because let's look at the exact opposite. Let's look at the possibility of there being an infinitely abundant universe, an infinitely abundant universe, a universe that allows you to have everything you desire in your life and everything I desire in my life. Hey, Jason, how you doing, man? Yeah, what a shame, right? Absolutely. What a shame. So let's look at a universe that allows you to have what you want, allows me to have what I want, allows her to have what she wants, that guy over there, that guy over there, that person over there. Here's the thing. If everyone can have what they desire because we live in a universe of unlimited abundance, then there's no reason for me to steal from you. There's no reason for me to lie to you. There's no reason for me to take from you. There's no reason for me to try to keep you from getting your thing. There's no reason for me to try to stop you from gaining, from benefiting, from advancing, from elevating, from anything. There's no reason for me to do that now. Because I know there's also still enough for me. Appreciate it, Jason. Thanks for stopping by, man. So here's the conversation. I'm not here to take anything away from 48 laws of power. There's some valuable information that you can glean from it. What I want you to do is to ask yourself, what type of world do you want to live in? Do you want to live in a world where you feel you have to crush your enemies, that you have to hold other people back? What do they call it? Crabs in the barrel. I got to pull this person down so I can come up. Or do you push that person up and allow them to help bring you over? I want to live in a world of unlimited prosperity, unlimited abundance, that everyone can have what they desire without anyone lacking because of that. And you can create that life easily by just starting with the belief of it. Just starting with the belief. Because there's no value in, what does it say? Crushing your enemy completely. I think it said totally, crushing your enemy totally. Who wins with that? Who wins? You may think you've gained a temporary win by crushing someone, but here's the reality of it. If we live in a universe that we say we live in, and we're all one, I cannot cause any harm to you that I don't also cause to myself. I cannot cause any harm to you that I don't also cause to myself. So if I'm here for you to gain, then I gain in the process, because collectively, the more the better you're doing, the better I'm doing. That's what I believe. And when I think about peace of mind, when I think about the type of world that I want to live in, Do I want to live in a world where we have to fight against each other in order to gain anything? Or do I want to live in a world where we all can win? Because here's the thing, my winning is going to look differently than your winning. You know, there's certain things you desire in your life, certain things I desire in my life. That mean that, and even if we had similar desires, we live in a universe of abundance. You know, if I wanted a tree and you wanted a tree, doesn't mean that none of us, there's only one tree for us to have. There's abundance of trees. There's an abundance of everything. There's an abundance of everything. But it starts with your belief. What do you fundamentally believe about the world that you live in? Because that is what you're going to create. If you create a world of finite ability, finite resources, finite things that are available, you create that world, you're going to live in a world where you have to crush your enemies. You have to crush someone in order for you to gain. Now, does this mean you're not going to have enemies? Well, first of all, you don't have to call them enemies. Let's say someone does not wish the best for you. Let them do that from over there. Do that over there. Do your thing where you are. Let them do that over there. You don't have to crush them for you to gain. You don't have to crush them. Let them crush themselves if they want to live in that world. Let them crush themselves. Awesome. Naomi says there are different types of trees. I love it. There you go. Jason said, great question. Are you focusing so much on everyone else while neglecting your own journey? Powerful. Powerful. That's the world that most people live in. So because they're over there, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And now this creates this conversation of, I got to crush someone. So crush your enemies? Nah. So that's it for today's daily reminder, guys. And what I do want you guys to do is this. I don't want you to crush anything, but I would like for you to smash something. Smash that like button, smash that share. And thank you guys for leaving comments as always. I appreciate that. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for another daily reminder. Talk to you guys soon. Take care.